Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. I said I'd do another look with the Beauty Babe Brights 2.0. It looks like this. I have a previous video doing the swatches, the tutorial, all that sort of thing, but today is just a tutorial of this eye look, and it is obviously homage to the bisexual flag. So if you want to see how I did this, then do please keep on watching. I'm taking this Blend Bunny B2 and I'm going into the shade Macaroon. And it's kind of funny because I'm using the same sort of, almost the same shades as I did the last time. I'm just feeling this sort of colour combination at the moment. And I really wanted to kind of do the bi flag because, I mean, of all, well, not of all of the LGBT community, but there's a lot of issues around there, around things like bi-erasure and stuff from outside of the LGBT community and within the LGBT community. Like, there's lots of data on it that shows, like, there was a study by Dara McDermott back in, I think it was like 2010 or something like that, and they found that in general people viewed bisexuals much more negatively than they did people who were gay or lesbian. And even within the LGBT community, there's also data to show that they're more likely to view bisexuals as negative. I mean, it was like even recently Megan Fox, who, if you don't know her, she's an actress, and she's with Machine Gun Kelly, which is honestly one of the strangest pairings that ever paired. But she is a bisexual woman, but she says that she will never romantically be with or sexually be with a bisexual woman because they're dirty, which just kind of shows there's like an awful lot of like internalized biphobia even within the community itself. I'm taking a Blend Bunny B3 and I'm going into the shade Circus. So yeah, I'm using an awful lot of the same shades that I did the last time. Can't help it. But yeah, I didn't want to do just like a general rainbow look. And for a long time I would have identified as bisexual before I eventually landed on pansexual. But like, you know, you can't really tell people what their identities are, because there are people that I was like even seeing online that they were saying, oh, I identify as bisexual, and people keep telling me that I'm pan, but this is what I identify as. And I'm like, how are we at a point where people are trying to tell each other what their sexual identities are? So strange. Even in 2022 we still have so much kind of to learn from that, and like we've so much more to really adjust in terms of our behaviours. It's bananas. I'm now taking this Morphe M562 and I'm going into the shade Macaroon, which is that very light pink shade. And I'm just popping that in there. By the way, if you have noticed my Amaze Ball mirror, yeah, that was made by the fabulous Sarah, and she's selling them at the moment for £20 if you're interested. Like, she will make a bespoke mirror for you. I think it's so cool. So yeah, I'll put her deets down below if you're interested. She's disgustingly talented. Tisk tisk. But yeah, just doing that here like that. I know I've had a few people asking me how work is going, because I figured I'd do like a little bit of a chatty thing as well. And yeah, work is going really well. I'm really enjoying where I'm working. As per usual, my students are amazing. We're actually finishing up in terms of teaching now. That's all done for this year. We've had like kind of more kind of admin type things to do, and I'll still obviously have to get to writing bits and pieces over the summer in terms of like lecture material. But at the moment I'm in the midst of attempting to write a book. I know. I'm going into Circus again, which actually feels like a metaphor for my life, trying to write that bloody book. I should hopefully have it finished within the next couple of weeks, but yeah, it's been an interesting time. I'm taking the Blend Bunny B4, which by the way, they're an amazing set of brushes. I've really been enjoying them. And I'm going into Grape Soda. And I also had a few people asking me what's the story with my house. I am still living there because housing is very, very difficult to acquire in Ireland, so I'm currently kind of stuck there. But in case you can't tell, my surroundings are a little bit different because I am back at my parents' for the moment because, like I said, I'm writing the book. But yeah, the situation with, landlord, etc., still very difficult, and really not enjoying myself there. So will be looking to move as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, it's not easy given the current housing market, which in Ireland is nuts, but as I understand it, it's also a bit bananas everywhere else. So yay, gotta love that. I'm taking this Sigma E36 and I'm going into Circus and Grape Soda, and I am just kind of gonna do it like that. There we go. So yeah, just swishing back and forward. I've definitely lost a little bit of the pink, but we're fine, and I definitely need to add in more of that grape soda. I also got some questions in regards to how the wedding is going. Well, we actually went at the end of April to do our notification of marriage, which is what you have to do here in Ireland. You have to go to a registry office to basically say, hey, we plan on getting married, but you have to do that at least 3 months before the date, using my Blim Bunny B4, going back into grape soda. So we did that, so that means that legally we can get married from August 1st, but of course Sahil is not an Irish citizen, so that means that we have to also do like a visa interview to kind of, make sure everything is all above board, but we haven't got information on that yet. Despite that, I have got my wedding dress. We don't plan on it being a big thing because our kind of focus at the moment is saving for a house. So that's where we are with things. And now the Blend Bunny B1, and I'm going into the shade Swim. And I'm just kind of popping that there, kind of on top and kind of going out. This can be a little bit patchy, so you do kind of have to build on it a little bit. But all in all, pretty good. I was also asked what my favourite indie brands are. I mean, anyone who's watched me for a while will know that obviously Lois Cosmetics, they're a big one. Artitude Cosmetics, I am obsessed with the Splitted Liner palette. If there's nothing else that you get from the brand, which get a few things because their lashes are also great, the Splitted Liner palette is like one of my faves, and it's just been such a go-to for me. I really enjoy Blend Bunny, obviously, using their brushes, and their palettes are fantastic as well. I think the Dollhouse is a really interesting neutral palette. I've only kind of discovered Saints, Angels, Sinners in the last while, but I am really enjoying the quality of their shadows. I think that where they really excel is like their duochrome and like metallic formula. I think that's kind of where they're really like excelling themselves. I'm going back into grape soda again and just kind of going like this. I know, very precise. I'm sure there's loads more. Clarity Cosmetics, oh god, I am such a hoe for Clarity Cosmetics, and I do have a code with them. Just absolutely love. I mean, and I've said it before, their like shimmer formula is really good, and I just would be happy if they came out with like a totally shimmer palette. But yeah, I have quite a few of their pieces. I think most of the eyeshadow palettes that they have, I have. So yeah, there's it's really hard to bring it down to just one. I have quite a few brands that I'm really excited about and really enjoy. Now I'm taking this Melt Meshla brush and I'm going into the shade Infinity, and I'm just popping that there and kind of working it out towards the edge. Nothing major though, it's quite a chilled out eye look actually for me, which is unusual. Then I'm taking this blank canvas E10 and I'm going into Grape Soda and into Swim, which was the lighter of the blues, and I'm just kind of putting it there like this so we can get them to kind of mesh a little bit more nicely. I also had some people asking me how my parents are. They are doing great, thank you for asking. It was actually this time last year that my dad was extremely sick. He was in hospital it didn't look great. But now he's grand. Just had his 72nd birthday. So funny how things change. Not funny haha, but like funny interesting. And actually I was thinking about wedding stuff there, because I have a few weddings to go to actually this summer. So one is for my friend David and the other one is for my friend Maeve. She got married last year, but she's having like a bigger celebration now that we can kind of do things again. But we're looking to potentially do like a shared kind of bachelorette thing together, so that would be fun. I'm now taking my Zoeva 238 and I'm going into Infinity. And another question that I got was like, what is the most daring makeup look that you have worn into work? I used to wear makeup going into work like pre-pandemic, not so much now, because like up until even recently we were having to wear masks, so I was like, no, there's no point. And I'm kind of like, if I'm not doing a full face of makeup, then why? And it was just kind of stressing me out. Same brush again, and I'm going into the shade Shock. But yeah, I mean, I've never traditionally been frightened about wearing weird looking makeup into work. I think though if I start doing that because I did change jobs mid-pandemic, if I started wearing my makeup like this now, I think people would be confused. I also quite like that I don't get recognised by students and staff when I have makeup on. So that's quite good. I'm using this Morphe M562 and I'm just kind of gonna go like this. But yeah, I do find it quite funny that they don't really recognise me when I have makeup on. So, but in general I used to like wear like even this sort of makeup into work. Like a lot of my videos from like say 2 years ago, any of the makeup that I was doing, that was done like early in the morning before I was going to work. So derive from that what you will. So the crease has been cut and all I'm doing now is taking my Zoeva 238 and I'm going into the shade Storm. And I have to say I was pretty impressed with how black this was. I mean, not as black as my soul, but like what actually is. Pigment is definitely there. I do find though, I find creasing on my eyelids these days just because like my eyelids are starting to droop quite a bit. Not enjoying that aspect of the aging process. Though I don't really know what aspect of the aging process I do enjoy. Maybe the whole like not giving a shit about what people think anymore. I do like that aspect of things. I'm now taking this BH Cosmetics brush. It's nice tapered sort of a blending brush, and I'm just going to go like this in case you can't tell. Yeah, I think my one gripe with this palette is I wish they'd had the white and the black be really big pans, because this is a very dual toned palette and I can see myself getting a lot of use out of the black and the white. And I mean, I get a lot of use out of the rest of the palette in general anyways, but I think it would have been really, really nice to have them be a little bit bigger so that, you know, it would be less likely to hit pan, because they are going to be like the shades that are the most used in that opinion. But you can see that black, it does blend out actually really darn well. So, and I'm also going to bring it down here. Shh, don't you judge me. I'm now taking a Zoeva 238 and I'm going into the shade Space. And part of why I'm using the Zoeva is just so I can get that precision around like where the edges is, because I'll be honest with you, I go in with my gross, grubby chubby fingers. It's just to kind of get like up around there. And like I said, I'm just going to go in with my finger and just go whack it on there. So you can see how much better it is when you whack it on with the finger. So like I said, just using the Zoeva is just around like getting the precision around the top. But we won't worry too much. Using the Zoeva again, this time I'm going into the shade Azure. And I'm just popping that just on the inner corner there. I shouldn't have put the darker one on the inner corner. I just got confused and tired, but sure, look, it's all right. It'll all work out in the end. You can see this one probably has a little bit more of an intense pigmentation. I think pretty darn good. And again, you know, I'm going to go in with my finger because, yuck, so gross. And yeah, that's right, going in with my finger now with Azure or however it is that I pronounce it, and just popping that there. And then I'm just taking this blank canvas E10 and just swishing backward and forward. That's it. Super, super simple. And yeah, that's essentially it. I'm just going to go and put on some glitter liner and finish off the rest of the look, and you can see what it all looks like together. In case you're wondering, I'm using the OPV glitter liner in No Limit. I think that's the best product that they have, in my opinion. Their glitter liners are nuts. Much better than Urban Decay's. Just saying. The question remains, do I have an unhealthy relationship with gems? Yes I do. So obviously I finished everything off and I got some gorgeous looking gems and I shoved them just on the outside of the eye. And yeah, in case you're wondering about the lipstick, it's Viva Glam 1 by MAC. I love it. I'll put an affiliate link down below if you want to get it. There's loads of affiliate links down below because I'm a greedy bitch. I'll zoom you in now so you can see the finished eye look. So yeah, that's it. Very, very simple. You know, the shimmers are quite pigmented considering they're on top of a black, but I liked kind of the drama that that gave. And let's be real, the glitter liner from OPV does a lot of heavy lifting. And hopefully you can see it a little bit better. Like I said, I put those gems on the outside of the eye just for a little bit of something extra. Because, you know, why not? But that's it, guys. That's the whole look. It's not often that I do a tutorial. Usually it's like a tutorial and a review. But I should probably do more of these to stop myself from just buying copious amounts of makeup. Anyways, that is it. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell just because it's polite. And do please share because sharing is caring. Unless, of course, it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it. That's the end of the video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.